into the pistol round. First game of the day. And a lot of them heading up that ladder. I am faking, or if not faking, just descending loudly. Smoke to main, this will be a top hit. Config, a lot of targets and hard shots to hit. Rush does find himself one and a clean kill into the second. Config's popping heads. Rush has done the same, a double kill for both on the top side defense here. It's the perfect start to Complexity CT half.
Quite nice, wasn't it? It's nice.
Lost for that.
Easy lockdown
Ben?
there. I wonder if Blame's noise into the vent there stopped them from going for that type of control. It was 3 players coming through hut, so less likely it was going to be a split down the lower side of things. But normally when they get stalled out, you see Astralis like to go for these little vent drops, vent dives to open up the other side of the map here. So yesterday, Complexity actually picked this going up against Na'Vi. They did lose this map. It was, I believe, a 16-10 scoreline.
I mean, Astralis didn't look great against Heroic on this themselves, though. I feel it's a different beast when you compare Heroics.
That's true. And one of the differences here is the fact that Astralis, well, for Complexity, they get to start on the CT side. When they picked it against Na'Vi yesterday, they were starting on that T side, and they only mustered 4 rounds. So they need to make sure that they can erect a bit of a CT-sided wall here. And we know the type of plays that Astralis have been going for. Highlighting it there on the Telestrator. Point with Esatag is him playing so passive with outside lobby on the gun rounds while the remainder of his team goes towards yard with 4 of them to get secret control and fight towards ladder and warehouse. Means that a lot of space can be taken from Complexity. This one should be a bit of a mop. You can see there's only this Deagle invested. The rest are just rocking Glocks. No armor either. And we will be getting the guns out in round number 3. So we don't need to get too excited right now unless Magus does something absolutely mental with his Deagle. And he won't. So you die, I'll pick it up, and I'll have a crack. And just filtering this through what might even be all 5 members of Astralis.
That Deagle misaligned or something?
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's calibrated a bit poorly. There we go. It's another time.
Next guy will pick it up. This is the 4th player to hold that Deagle. And Glaive do it. All 5 have held the Deagle this round.
Hot Potato, live in the server tonight with the Desert Eagle.
Look at all the bodies. Look at them all.
No one dead.
They're all in the same spot. Well, at least they were efficient with their expenditure.
Yep, that $700 truly got everyone's attention. Regardless, it does conclude.
The Town Deagle. All right, guns will come out. Galil for device.
Right.
Everybody else on the AK-47s, and this is when we start getting into the thick of it. Astralis picked this. Remember, coming into the playoffs, they were 5-0 on Nuke, dropping it to Heroic so far, beating Spirit yesterday. So currently sitting at 6-1. This is a chance for them to go up 7-1 with the Esatag addition to the roster. Fast towards yard with the bent elbow smokes.
Owie. Flame's got himself access to secret. They can descend, and now Inner will require a rotate. Poor old NATO Safix has got himself an MP9 and a frag, he says, with bated breath. Unfortunately, not converted. A chance for poison, but squandered now as utility will be deployed. It's a good incendiary, but cost him his life to deploy. Device has already denied all of that space on ramp as well. These CTs are just going to have to accept their fate here. Easier said than done.
I wonder if May just gets to see any of this.
None of them are looking at the ladder climb. There is a world where he gets both of them here if he's feeling brave, but it is an AK-47. It is uncharted waters. He doesn't need to go up the ladder. So it may just be more of a passive outside here. Might still catch one. Oh, he's going up. He is. Flirting with the idea.
Oh.
Dupree just hops away, and now May just comes around. So yeah, at least losing 1 there. I wonder if Config can do any better. Yeah, Glaive already softened up. Keeping control of this might be a bit trickier.
Rush.
Yo, what up, dude?
Did you see the new Haikyuu comes out today?
The new Haikyuu, really?
Yeah, today.
Does it have an English dub?
No.
It's just subtitled, is it?
Yeah. But you're not up to date. I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm really excited.
Is this still season 4? Or
yeah, season 4, part 2.
Season 4, part 2?
This is the English version of some weeby stuff.
He needs the dubbed version.
Yeah, he hasn't watched the start of season 4.
No.
That's strange. I always consider Rush a bit of a sub.
No, because...
Okay. Okay. All right.
I missed you, Alex. I needed you back.
Now we're off to the races. Round 4.
Oh, Rush.
Hey, you two have bullied me.
We didn't bully you.
You bloody well have.
We did a poll and the people voted.
It wasn't
for Rush
just
to go in
that.
the
You were
front
also
seat.
very mean afterwards. You've been nasty the whole
I'm
time.
so happy that I'm here to right the wrongs
Thank you.
of the previous week.
I've been trying to get advice from Henry, and he's been kindly advising me as to how to handle Rush's
Did he suggest you threaten
grotesque
physical
ego.
violence?
Well, he said it may come to this.
Yeah.
And, well,
Honestly, I think a
no.
fist fight between you and Rush might be the only way to settle this.
I'm
no.
Rush, what are you saying?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. yeah,
Let's go,
sure.
Rush.
All right,
go.
in the car park after this. I'll record it and commentate. NATO Safix, though, is trying to do what Glaive also likes to dabble in, the secret aggressive play. Does he have a smoke? Well, he's lost config already. Device is playing the waiting game by Secret. They've naded off the door, so a very long angle to be held. It really does change the dynamic once the door is removed.
Look at Esthetag just biding his time
How
over here.
boring.
So they're just waiting for any aggression, and there hasn't been too much other than that kill onto Config. So at this point, they have to start getting a move on. Blame needs a multi-kill from this position to lock down the top split.
We saw this position working out quite well not that long ago. Damage, sure. Kill, no. NATO Safix, though, set up postured to capitalize on any of that damage that came through, but now just poison left, and that all incredibly valuable.
I would love a save here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love that he's getting a little curious about this, but maybe this is where he wants to stop. None
Yes.
of this feels good.
No, now I'm feeling better.
He's about to die.
No, he's not.
His head's been
No,
spotted.
he's not.
Esthetag saw him.
He didn't.
Well, he should have.
Yeah, he could have. Poison's Gucci. He has hit the first. There is more to come, though. Esthetag likely going to have a chance. Oh, my goodness. He's going to survive another. It's the third that finds him. Dupree takes the AWP out of the hands of Complexity's AWPer.
So let's make a couple of notes here with Complexity. Even when they had Oboe, we saw Oboe getting exploited over towards that ramp position in some games we had throughout the regular season. And off this second gun round of the game here, you can see that Poison was actually over towards ramp with the AWP. That's going to make their defense over towards Yard a lot weaker. And now the Safix rotated down through Secret and was actually playing that angle. So let's just wait and see how Complexity want to go forward with this. NATO Safix, we were talking about his secondary AWPing over there on Vertigo. He could do the same thing, but CT-sided nuke and secondary AWPing, ooh dear, I don't really want to be seeing too much of that. It's not really a map that lends itself to AWPs having to retake in the lower bomb side, etc. You need to be more of a specialty AWPer, somebody quite quick on the trigger. Poison is one of those. Other names that come to mind, the Woxics of the world, those type of AWPers. So Magisk might get a very, very ugly surprise here if he's not careful. Clearing on out, Glaive's with him. Poison grabs one. Look at this, 4 on the stairs. Comes over!
Oh, they all appear at once. And they may all die at once, but it was a really nice little idea.
It looked like a Sage Ice Wall, Lauren. Did that feel familiar?
Who?
Well, from Valorant.
What?
What is it?
Sage with the Ice Wall when they put the wall down and then they all pop up on the other side.
Like a herb or
Sag.
something? Sage? Sag.
Oh, it was a Valorant reference. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't know what that is.
Don't make me play the victim card, Lauren.
No, but she's doing that thing. It was actually on the front page of Reddit. It's when you think someone said something inappropriate, you just play dumb and ask them to repeat it and explain it to you. She
Okay.
just did that to you and it works. It's actually a really good social tool. So anyone listening that wants to, succeed in life, you can just try that. Whenever someone's being nasty and saying something nasty about someone, you just play dumb and ask them to explain it until they realize how nasty they've been.
See, it's how he picks on me because maybe sometimes I cast other games. He hasn't done that to you about League of Legends because obviously you're more alpha than he is.
Oh, alpha,
So,
yeah, that's a concept we can throw away. But regardless of the false alpha masculinity and the toxic attachments it has, you can reflect on Counter-Strike. That's round 6, beginning and already losing config on that top site. NATO has been given a very, very nasty hand to deal and contain with Secret. He's got to play alongside Blame. He's already lost Secret info, so NATO's got this a burden. And Blame's working on catching any of the additional...
Really looking for him.
Yeah. I mean, they will find him, surely. Potential for a double swing, even a triple. God, they've got so much room on Yard. NATO can't move a muscle.
In fact, no one's patrolling this means they probably will clear Blame. Watch this flash for Dupree. Here it comes.
Ew.
Turns. Fine. Now Magisk was a little... It was touch and go for a second there. He does recover very well, even though he did get a fair bit of fire towards him. But a 4v3, and the amount of space they've got here.
Yeah. I don't know how Complexity can win this round. I know there's 40 seconds left. A multi-frag essential at this point. Rush posted up watching towards Heaven. Poison peeking on the other side of the bomb box. NATO tucked in towards the vent. He has to slow this. He has a smoke to do so. So if he throws it now, it could actually be perfectly timed. It looks like he's just going to keep rifle out. So this fight is everything for Complexity.
Could save him here, but Okay, that's really good. Gets the first. Maintains position. Now S-Tag's going to have some freedom here and should be able to get a safe plant. Question mark. Yeah, no, he should be okay. The nade's going to come through, but now retake positioning. 0 kits on the CT side.
Yeah, Magisk is going to have to do a lot here, and he's already thrown out the nade. That's going to soften him up nicely. Does execute poison. Second, not so easy. Rush finding another. Molotov available. There's the tag and dupreeh. dupreeh's already caught one on that ramp room. It all falls to NATO. He does have that smoke, and he's going to deploy it now. Try and isolate these duels, but he's being a bit lackadaisical about it. dupreeh can jiggle. Smoke has failed. And that was his chance. dupreeh just mocking him on the jiggle peaks.
He's looking sharp today.
He certainly is.
Hitting some big shots here as Australians go up 4-2. This one kicking off for the Danes. I guess they're both technically Danish teams with Natasafix standing in the core 3 on the other side of things, or at least 3 players will be making up the Danish flag for Complexity. Natasafix, Config, and obviously Blame F. We've got Poison from Bulgaria and Rush, obviously from the realms of North America, trying to shake off a couple of those wobbles.
I think I need a new knife.
Okay.
Which one do you like?
CS Money never
I
returned my
the
calls.
Like
skeleton
dupreeh's one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's really expensive.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I put my Karambit, my Majiggy, and my Majiggy together,
Probably get it.
Maybe.
That's what I did to get my paracord. I sold some stuff.
I'm
and
going to get
then-
rid of all of my Gibleys just so I can have the Wibbly.
Then I invested a lot and got all of those new ones.
Actually,
The
yeah,
Anubis.
I want the Fancy Deagle and the Skeleton Knife, please.
Ooh, you're gonna have
At
to-
CS Money Trade.
All right, it is going to be just one of these partial investment rounds for Complexity here. The loss bonus they're working with going into the next will be the 3,400. So they can invest a little bit more, knowing that that cash flow is going to be hitting the bank balance very, very shortly. You can see Blame, Deagle, NATO with 1. Same for Config and Rush. Poison holding on to a little bit more, getting a diffuse kit. He wants to get the
Flexing
AWP
on
out.
us as well. iBuyPower 2014 does give him an additional 1 point of headshot damage for any of
heard
our newer viewers.
God only knows what happens when you put that many, stickers on
I mean, yeah,
there.
you put 4 on it. That's 4 extra headshot damage.
4 is big.
Admittedly, on an AK.
Eagle, though. Blame F's got his second. +2 for him. This suddenly becomes a little bit trickier. The T-side are being funneled forward, and Rush is above. If he'd maybe hit that, that could have been something more,
Oh,
but...
the Deagle.
Yeah, so Poison's just been dropped over a gift. Now he's actually got a fighting chance, but now he's been spotted. That's the kit as well. His corpse will at least leave it accessible for the potential retake. NATO with an AK and armor. Config, no armor and very little health now. The spray from Glaive does knock him back, and that was the chance. Glaive has found the only real potential frag in. It looks like 5. Does look like business as usual here. We're just chugging on to an Astralis 2-0.
What sort of skin would you look for on the Skeleton Knife? Is there like
I
a
kind
look?
of like the neutrally one.
So like
The
a
vanilla is
grey
great.
or... Oh, literally
If
the
there was
standard.
a blacky, like a black one.
Yeah, so let's say vanilla, which is like a very like deep grey. You're looking
Yeah.
about $1,000.
Ouch. Okay.
The blue steel,
Yeah.
Roughly from 500 to 1.5.
Alex, if you're going to spend the money, mate, get the big boy.
if
Don't
I get the blue steel, I can call it Zoolander.
Oh, that's
See what I did there? Yeah.
that's all
I watched Secret Life of Walter Mitty as well. Just speaking of Ben Stiller movies. Would recommend to a friend. Very feel good.
I watched the new South Park.
Oh, what did you make of it?
There was a special last night. It was great. It was like a 45-minute episode, 48 minutes long or something like that. It's very
How
good.
exciting. What could be exciting is this round. 2 to 5, Astralis started to string a couple together. Now, yes, that Deagle did look quite exciting, but then it fizzled away. Nothing really came of it. Poison, if he's starting to get proactive with that orb, he can be a game changer.
You're absolutely right, Lauren, and I've got a good feeling about this one. But finds the first way at the back lines. He's expecting dupreeh. What are you doing? He's in the open. Poison did not anticipate so many members and already loses his life. That was a power position from Poison, and it's now squandered. Wasted away. NATO to be challenged. Oh, and S-Attack was so prepared for that. Blame, though, boosted up with his low HP, is enabled to find a equalizing frag. Flashes and Config standing outside, standing in the open on main, finds another as they cross to look to descend. It's a 2-on-3.
Yeah, these type of rounds, they lost very handily on Vertigo. They need to win this one.
Rush could get caught out here. It's unlikely. dupreeh was not ready for that. Chilling out.
Gosh.
Just to clarify, by the way, for future commentary from that position Rush was in, am I calling it Mustang or does that make you uncomfortable? What am I calling it?
So the
'Cause I can't call Rafters because it's so much.
No,
It's all Rafters.
I know, but Mustang nobody's going to get.
So what do we do?
I do think you just call it the rafters.
All of it.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
and then when we break it down, we can be a little bit more specific with the name. But
Okay.
yeah,
I don't think we could tease it
There's
to
nothing.
start with.
is there
well, so
nothing
what
we
I
can
say
call
is,
it?
with the vents, I say CT and T vent, right? So the T vent is the one closest to us.
Yeah, I've stolen
Right.
that.
But
I
that
like
could just be the hut rafter.
hut rafter.
Rafter. I don't like the way it sounds.
No, I don't love it either.
Yeah,
but
it's something.
yeah, look,
Hut lip.
hut, yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms
I know
of
what you mean.
it's the lip above hut. Yeah, okay, either way. But then that little E-box in the corner is what most would consider and call it. And this is Poison getting caught out. It's very rare to see an AWP try and cross back. It's usually an
feel
all,
you're
an
just
all
there,
in.
right?
It's usually an all in. You know, you see them go 3 and go down.
Unless someone's maybe flashing them out or put
Imagine if
something
Rush
to
died
it.
there.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh dear.
I'm gonna be honest. As much as this sounds, I don't want to say disrespect. It does feel a little flat this game. Have I been treated to like some really good games? I'm trying to think why
Yeah,
my
we did. 'Cause
expectations.
We had
are-
North American Counter-Strike, so we had EG,
Furia.
Liquid, Furia,
Yeah.
really quality, really fast. We had a game. Which game was it with Furia where we just sitting there laughing? The EG one.
EG with it just
We were
down in
sitting
mid
there just
in their
laughing.
spawn.
That was
That
ridiculous.
was mad. Yeah.
And then,
Furia, bloody hell.
The playoffs for Europe, it's been a mixed bag so far, I think. Some of the games have felt flat. Some of them have felt pretty exciting. Obviously, that comeback, the Na'Vi versus Mouse
that
was
was
one. That was good. That one was delivering.
Amazing.
I think yesterday we were expecting more from Astralis. That's probably why,
Yeah.
you know, we were a bit confused because it felt sloppy. But today they look crisp, and we know that Complexity are hamstrung. So coming into it, our expectation is Astralis win.
Yeah, I think that is. I think if Complexity start maybe delivering a little more and they get, you know, as I said, if Poison starts getting into the matchup, if we start seeing all those pieces come together, I might find a bit. And there's the bent elbow.
Yeah, we're going with the bounce elbow for that wall there,
You
Alex.
guys scrap my diagonal. I was
No, there
going
was
for a
different.
week.
There was a diagonal, but this one here, this one's different.
Oh, you and your elbows.
This is the Astralis one. It's the bent elbow.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
I heard a little bit of better can be fun.
Okay, down secret they go. Towards the lower side of things, config waiting, AK in hand, no smoke or Molotov to drop, so we'll have to hit the headshots and make the bodies hit the floor. 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. There's no rush for Astralis, as we've clearly seen.
This is an angle you only hold if you've got confidence.
Config's aim.
Must be nice.
Nato Safix on quite the contrast. Tucked in on the stairs. This is his chance. He's got to get timing. That's it. It's perfect. Double. He'll take that. That's damage inflicted. A 3-on-3 though. Magiska's clawed it back. Poison falls on the top site. Dupree deploying his utility. This could be a bomb plant, but he hasn't got the help or the sight. Config's still on Decon side.
Do they know the config's there?
No.
I'm not sure if he shot that much. Maybe he's let a couple of bullets go, but it doesn't seem to matter. Mage is so clean, so crisp. S-Tag gonna get pressure, maybe building towards ramp or wherever they feel like they could dive back up the vents if they so desire. Plenty of potential, but only 23 seconds to play with. So a little bit of a limit on how far they can take as Flame gets caught. That's now ramp secured. They might scrap the vent idea, head right back around towards the site. Bomb plant should be coming in, and I don't see a way for Rush to find anywhere here.
Yeah, this round is done. He'll have to consider saving at this point. Not much he can really do from the top of ladder. Maybe save this AWP. Get the defuse kit, yeah. That's about it. I don't think that he has any stock in this one. So round number 6 will be posted on the board for Astralis. And Heroic, Alex, they actually limited Astralis to that magic number. They didn't let them get more when we saw them play, right? I believe it was 10-5 in the first half when it was. And the thing is, Astralis picked Nuke into Heroic, which was like just crazy. I thought there could have been other maps they could try.
Seems almost like almost a bit of a flex.
Yeah, and we spoke to Kaden about it in the post-game interview. He was quite surprised that they picked it as well. Yeah, because they're 10-2 on Nuke since returning from the player break. So they've looked very good on Nuke. And even though Astralis had 5 on the trot, I guess they thought they could exploit some things over there against Heroic. I really want that rematch, right? Like my dream bracket run would have Astralis going through all of these tests in the lower bracket, beating bigger names as they go up stage by stage. It's like the level gets harder as they win each game. So Big's a difficult task. And then let's assume that Na'Vi lose to that of Heroic later today. Then Astralis play against Na'Vi. And then the grand final, the rematch, Heroic versus Astralis in a best of 5. Sign me up for that every bloody day of the week.
Yeah, I'm up for that. And that could be the reality. Let's see. That's the shot I was hoping to see. Okay, cool. Magis really, really quick on the trigger there.
I've been told of these underdog stories though by Chad before.
This isn't an underdog story. This is Astralis.
Well, yesterday you kind of said that they're not the world beaters anymore. They're the second best, maybe even
Second best in Denmark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they were the underdog there, and then you're like, oh, these lower bracket runs. You sold me this dream of these 100 thieves, these rascals coming in and running through and doing
They
all
made
of
it
it.
to the final.
Yeah, then what happened?
They got battered, but they did make it there, Lauren.
Got
You're right.
there.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, getting there. You were telling me it's about the journey just the other day.
I was. I still believe that. I just don't know if they're going to make the journey look that exciting. Config for now, and all the others, very limited utility. Even though they've expended a fair amount to start with.
He was too ahead.
Wow. Okay, Mages just got massively punished.
Yeah, that was just a little bit premature on the cross. Cost him his life. Config the same, though, and Esatag's managed to navigate straight to the vents, albeit loudly. He's already on decon, so as this pressure is mounting, great little flashbang to take some space. Oh, NATO spotted. Oh, he's in such jeopardy here. Jiggle, fake, flash, catches one. He's bought himself some space here, and you have to give him some respect for that. Tucks in and continues to be a defensive presence.
How is he alive?
Love that. Jiggle just to draw their crosshairs towards the flash again. But now Glaive has this window side, and if you've been listening to Chad's School of Nuke, the T side taking this and denying this part of the map is a great place. You can pause now and chill. CTs will rotate into you, and this fight from Poison is one of the very many. He's actually taking it, and Respect loses 80 of his health in pursuit of the frag onto Glaive. Now it's a chance for NATO. As that door swings open, his only objective is to catch Bomb Carrier, and it's actually dupreeh coming from the upside. Does land the dink, it's not enough. 3-on-3.
Poison's peeling away. I think he can feel potential pressure coming through, but it's not to be. dupreeh's going to get the bomb palm, but where are the others? Okay. Decent amount of utility on him. dupreeh's up for a fight too. They can get a kill into this, but now he's going to tuck into the corner. There's the nade. That's dupreeh gone. So now down to Device and Esatag. And time's starting to tick quite quickly. They have to make a move. There's the orb gone. That's Poison removed. But did they know the other player? blameF still going to come through from ramp. You have rushed towards the site. There's the util coming in. Esatag needs to play this just right, and he does. Says hello, shuts the door. That's around. Blame. Nothing more to be done here.
I'm just going to have to sit back, relax, and try and lock him on the exit. He does at least find Esatag, grab himself an AK-47. You can see, wow, floating on the water there.
Like Demolition Man, where he's like frozen in the...
Frozen in time.
This was a big round from Esatag. He did find Config for free through the smoke to kick the round off, and this one here, getting it through the floor onto NATO, was huge, because if NATO had a kill as they were entering the site, that wouldn't have been as clean, and maybe more aggression from Complexity, as opposed to that tapered approach in the 3-on-3, and then finding that final frag, just opening the door at the right time. So an impact round there from Esatag. 7 on the board now for Astralis, 3 for Complexity. The saved AK for Blame is the best that they're working with. A scout in the hands of Poison. But if we want to see some life out of Complexity, it has to be now. Astralis already up to 7. It looks like they have an opportunity here to get the 8th on the board. And then from there, sky's the limit. We can see them running away with another double digits T-half. Vertigo punish pick did not work at all. If anything, it's put Complexity in the hurt locker, and now I don't really see a way for them to get back into this.
Yeah, it would require some heroics. That's for sure. Poison could do something with a scout, signature weapon, a quick adjustment, but Magic's landing those suppressing shots chunks him down to 26. Bombs loose in lobby. They're not really in any rush.
Ooh, a little close. We did have a suggestion coming in. I want to see if blameF gets away with this for the position of Rafters. May just unawares and still unawares. I don't think he's seen the blameF was out there, as Poison did connect that shot in the end. And I'm not sure if Blame was actually visible, but Glaive looks like he's very focused towards where the scout was and not where Blame is. This should be another kill on the dock. It is. And a 4v3. They're making this work with a very subpar buy, but there's the bigger problem. They've had to obviously account for certain things and not be able to cover all the normals. So NATO Safix working with just a Deagle, gets to the control room, but by now dupreeh already starting to build up territory.
Flames there as well. Oh, great shot. Takes down Esatag. The spray cancels the plan. They need to get this down. 7, 6. Has to hold it. They're pushing, and they do deny it. That's Complexity's round every day of the week. Shout out to NATO Safix for the Deagle shot. A team ace as well. Everyone contributing the single frag. Puts the 4th on the board. The
Yeah.
magic number used to be 6, but starting to at least show a bit of fight here. Keeping him at 7.
I think for Complexity now, that's a massive round for them to win, and potentially a bit of confidence coming off the back of that. We just need to see a couple in a row, because on the CT side of Vertigo, for them, they were really struggling to do exactly that. If we take a look at how this one's floating on forward, they had the pistol, they had the conversion, now they have 2 spotted rounds over the remainder, and well, there we go, BlameF, another opening. Esatag falls through the smoke. Look at all that, through smoke, through the wall, headshot, flashbang, all the good stuff. There's a man up, 1:30 on the clock. Still a bunch of smokes to work with here. Magisk lining up the L block smokes with Glaive and dupreeh. Ice also has a smoke remaining, so that can be used late rounds. They have tried to block the smoke wall, so we're trying to check out for a gap here. There does look like there's just one, but Blame gets flashed through, clears yard, knows nobody's home. 4 on 4 now since that kill has come on through from Device.
Look at the utility left. T-side has 1 smoke, and they don't really have any territory.
But look at this. Blame just cleared yard, Lauren, and now he's rotated ramp, and they've gone back out yard. Their smokes have dissipated, but they're more than happy just to use the AKs. He's in towards top, so he can't even posture and take a fight towards yard. At the moment, Complexity have absolutely no information, and they've assumed that they've actually corralled themselves back into lobby for a late top or a ramp hit, but it's just dupreeh. Oh. Wow, dupreeh tucked in squeaky, not going to be seen, so more information, or bad information as it were, for Complexity. dupreeh can control that vent rotation. If they get down towards lower, they take NATO out. This round's open.
He's holding his ground. He did hold for 1. Now, everything's been noted. dupreeh's position now becomes very strong. He holds those rotations. He keeps them all absolutely enamored by him. That's brilliant work from dupreeh. Even a push coming through on ramp, but the timing's worked out well for him to tuck further forward. And now he even starts considering, well, where's BlameF in all of this? What's he been up to? And they just miss each other.
That was so close. Completely unannounced now. Blame, unfortunately, having to accept that this round is long gone. He might even walk into dupreeh again. Wow, great round. He really is looking very sharp today. Keep your eyes out for dupreeh, because he is gunning for you.
All right, money over on the Complexity side looks good enough to get a buy on the board, but they found the opening there, and everything still worked out picture perfect for Astralis. Did the smoke wall, bad information taken by Complexity because of the rotation from Astralis. They kind of run rings around them.
Ah, that's the blue steel, I think, actually. dupreeh's got the blue steel, so he's on the budget as well.
The budget goes quite high.
I mean, yeah, but that's on the lower end.
Alex,
I
treat
thought that-
yourself.
I can't get a potential.
Why not?
I mean, the blue steel goes up to 1.5.
Ouch.
I wanted
it goes
the,
higher than the
slaughter
classic.
one. I wanted the which is like ridiculous.
The slaughter?
Skeleton.
What is it? The red one. Not
Crimson
the spider
Web?
webby one. This one
Slaughter
here.
one.
Yeah, that
Crimson
one there.
Web?
Yeah, 1.4.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Okay, so I'm going to do some juggling with all of my
See what you can
virtual...
Move your accounts around.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
See what I can do.
Call up the account.
Barbed wire there. I believe about 1 polygon distributed evenly amongst each and every one.
I'm down to play some Counter-Strike tomorrow.
Why not tonight? You doing things and stuff?
Yeah, tonight, you know, I've got my
Alright.
real sore legs at the moment. I
Ah,
want to
yeah.
go have an ice bath.
Uh-huh, okay. Got an early bedtime as well. I know you and Rush have been trying to coordinate that.
Well, we want to make sure we get enough sleep, so...
Yeah, I know, I understand. Don't forget your pillow this time, Rush. Chad's only got the one.
He's still letting
I'm
me be the
done.
big spoon.
I'm so done with this.
Lauren was saying, you missed it, Alex. Lauren was insinuating that Rush calls me daddy during the week. So you missed that.
I did.
You missed a lot.
I sounds like it. I'm also
I
thinking
did
about-
clarify Daddy Chaddy. It wasn't just
Yeah.
Daddy.
No, that's when it gets weird.
Let's
Oh,
go
it's
check the VOD, shall we?
Daddy Chaddy's much more respectable.
Oh.
But I will say, I think I'm going to flirt with the M4A1 tonight. Gonna take her for a little spin,
Ooh.
dust her off. I saw Flom get a 5-man spray down and
And
banana,
you're like,
and I was like,
right.
dude, I think this is the one. I think it's my future.
So Blame swing here is the key to the round for Complexity. He needs at least a kill.
Has he got a flash coming in from someone? Poison?
Config trying to bait for him on contact.
No one's got a flash. This will have to be dry, and they're already all in towards top side. And Glaive spots him. Blame, his shoulders just a little too visible. One too many days on the push, pull, legs. Not just pulling Astralis straight into the top side, and that's the poison. Quick flick, poison, surely caught. Or rather, that's Magisk. Tucks in now towards the squeaky side. Esotec to clutch. Winnable. Very much an attainable goal here. And the Wild Spray does reveal his location as well as preparing poison. So they'll take it. A fifth, a necessary one. Picked up by Complexity. And you still have enough in the bank for 2 members of Astralis, with the rest thrown down into poverty. Likely going to see a little half buy. Maybe some Tech 9's top site with a God Flash, Chad. That's what I'd be calling.
Ooh.
They only have 1900 as the loss bonus in the next round, so Esotag, Dupree, and Glaive would probably only invest just a pistol. I can't see them going for armor and too much else behind it. Or they could go for an all-in, right? They could buy Magisk and Device onto the AKs, and then the Tech 9s on the 3 individuals that you were mentioning, the likes of Esotag, Dupree, and
it's
Glaive.
8-7, and you're sitting there going, whoops.
Yeah. But if they win this round, the money situation coming in for Complexity is not going to be fantastic by any means. That means they might...
They're forced.
Yeah, and I don't hate it. I can justify it here because they win this one, they're more likely to win the 10-5 half. Whereas this, they're definitely giving away 6 if they were to take the save. So Deagle, UMP, what's Esotag going to go for? He's gone for a Deagle as well here.
With 1900 next round, it does give him at least a fighting chance into the final round of the first half of our second map.
He's not buying armor. This is... There we go. He may as well have all in.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no need to hold off there.
Let's get into the action then.
Here we go. Right.
Secret Smokes. They've gone with Secret Smokes to draw the rotation. Blame's playing forward, so he's going to know this isn't anything unless Glaive finds the opening frag here. But this comes down to timing.
NATO losing his life. He only just had a second glance. It costs him everything. Now they can descend. Glaive's already got down Secret as well. Look how much space Astralis have managed to take here. Config could be Molotov'd out here. It's unlikely, but it is a possibility. Glaive unlikely to win this duel with anything other than the Molotov itself.
Notice how they don't worry about Config's
Bomb's
position.
already down, Chad.
Yeah, they're not even worrying about Config. They're kind of just leaving him to his own devices.
Oh, here we go. 1-for-1 trade out. Poison keeping this one just in check, but Config's position, I'm waiting to see what he can do with this because he has gone... Oh my God, Glaive, you lucky boy.
Oh, they had a bit of a duel, and it was kind of an unspoken one for so long. He just backs through the vents, though, catches Config's hunt for Glaive, and they're forced to save. So there you go. I have to eat my words. I thought Astralis would be playing it cautiously. They've gone in and found another round. It was with 3 rifles, some Desert Eagles, now distributing evenly some scavenged M4s. They leave with 4.
Yeah, and the money on the other side of things is not going to be great. You can see that just the $2,400 loss bonus coming on through. Poison and Blame F probably looking to drop some Famises here to get the best buy that they can, but the timing on this is just wild. Like Glaive not pushing over the precipice of Config's initial line that was being held and then getting around the back line when Config's taken a sniff elsewhere. The timing on that is hugely frustrating. But Astralis did all they needed to do. Now the Sapphics falling at ramp. We spoke about Complexity being bullied at that side of the map before, even with Obo on the team. So when the chips are down, Astralis have looked to pressure. And they've pulled off a big one here on the cards for double digits on the T side. Blame F tucking on in towards the secret position. Config with the shotgun towards top of hut. Poison still with that AWP.
Dupree's looking sharp. See what he can find at the top side. Config likely exposed here. I'm surprised he hasn't gone down. There we go. And up on the rafters is Rush. It's only a 1-for-0.
Yeah, comms must be either really bad for Complexity or Config didn't think they would come through.
Nito very much alone in his push as well. Looks like 10.
Catch.
He does, down to 50. Oh, Glaive just baits him with the steps. Poison just in a dire situation. There's no way out. 10-5 on the half. We're going to grab a bottle of water. You should too. 2.5 milliliters, 2.5 liters a day. Be right back. BRB.
Talk to me, I just want a little bit acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Talk to me. I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. I left my demons in my past. I still want something that can last. You make me feel like I'm okay. We both know that you feel the same. Ooh, baby, I got nothing else to prove. You talking about your bad side of me. Remember that you always get to choose. Talk to me. I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Talk to me. I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. I don't I don't wanna be friends, yeah, I guess you got my intention. Got no place I'd rather be, feel like another dimension. I don't wanna talk, baby, you should let it go. I don't wanna go, let me stay a little more. Now talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me. But baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah.
To 5 here. Astralis, after picking up the first map, moving now into Nuke, of course, look pretty well set. Complexity has been a question mark. NATO Safix now coming in, having to fill the role of Obo, and we kind of expected a rougher performance from them, Chad. I think that's fair to assume. And 5 rounds coming into this now, I don't know how they're going to string this together. Maybe that T-side's got a little bit more to it, but I'm a bit worried.
I think the GG.bet odds at the top of your screen there have just doubled since last time we checked on in. So,
Free?
One bullet, Poison's dead. Down the vent they go. The rotation coming on through. We can see right now, Esther is already post-rolled up. Damage done. Yeah, so this is looking okay right now. Is wanting to take more space.
Oh, they're quite vicious, these little T's, aren't they? Right in their faces.
Here we are. It's a good start. And that's even better. Dupree has to clutch up. He started this with a fantastic one bang. Now Config's going to open that door into Dupree, and that's what they needed. The Dane finds a double, and Complexity get their 6th.
I have a feeling Astralis might force buy back here.
Okay. Yep, well, the Kevlar vest, and well, he spent 2.3, so I assume he's dropped something for someone.
Could be a scout over for Device.
Kevlar vest, yeah, that mass checks out.
All right, so this one here, smokes are going to be up. We've got 4 of them on the board right now for that of Astralis. They can use this to corral the T's to where they want them to go. Protocol nades, well, we don't have the Molotovs to stop the rush, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Over towards Yard, it's going to be the quick L-block smokes coming on through, so Device is going to have his vision obscured immediately, but Glaive wants to fight. That's a great nade.
Yeah, that did a lot of damage, and it could be finished off. Blame ahead of the pack, cost him his life, and Glaive so precise with a 5-7. This round has already come crumbling down for Complexity, and this was their round to win.
Device legit got a freebie through the smoke onto Config at the backside of T-Red. That's just ridiculous stuff.
Glaive's double as well, with the 5-7, just catching Blame, trying to get that early space with a MAC-10, wasn't ready for some close quarters insta-headshot action.
Reminds me a little of what Inferno that we saw with that snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle, yeah. Of that little arch wrap play coming on through. Now, notice Safix and Rush, they don't make up the star trio over there on Complexity. But if they can do something right now and pull us back out of a 2-on-4, Complexity will be able to mount a few more rounds off the back of this conversion. Astralis will have to take a save round if they lose this one. So eyes on Dupree with the Deagle. He gets a kill here and we'll call it round over.
Yeah, 1 kill is all he needs. They're going to boost for the peak. This is actually quite nice. Oh, but he still hits it, Dupree! What has he had in his breakfast bowl this morning?
Oh, my.
Oh, cracking stuff.
Okay. Well, 11-6, the force by 1 by Astralis here. They'll get to purchase on back through with that win bonus. And I think Complexity, I saw them already starting to purchase on in. That was the kill onto Config. So frustrating. Imagine going down that way. You get the tickle of the nade of Glaive, and it puts you just low enough that the scout bullet of Device is going to finish you off through the smoke. Here's the final shot of the round there. Rush getting absolutely mauled. And yeah, it will just be the force by coming on back from Complexity. They lose this, they don't do much damage, they don't get on any weapons, they don't force Astralis
Magic
down.
numbers.
Yeah, we can probably start closing this one down. Pack up the tent, take down the tent
Take out those
poles.
pins that everyone always trips over.
It always never seems to fit back in the bag the way you expect
Oh.
it.
Never.
Think, how the hell did this come out of there?
It's like my suitcase.
Okay,
Aha.
here's a couple of kills coming in, and Config, roll your mind back maybe a couple of years.
Very
He
nice.
was the pistolero.
The blue theme he's gone for, very Complexity colors. And that's probably a big part of where those Deagle headshots came from. Dupree has met NATO's Deagle as well, an AK chucked into the hands of Poison. Seems there will be a bit more play here. The Deagles have found significant damage. S-Tag looking to reposition, and the bomb's still outside yards, so there is absolutely no indication that the lowest site, other than the absence, of course, of CT info. S-Attack positioning himself in the off angle, hoping to catch a T as he sweeps towards the rafters and heaven positions. And speaking of, that's where Rush is headed now. Reminder, no armor on that M4, so if Magisk is to pull the trigger first, which is a nice little crossfire they've got established here, it's a bit of a gamble stack.
Yeah, he needs to be protected more. S-Attack's just going to go down here from heaven.
No, he's safe. Oh, not anymore. And a double from Magisk, and nearly a third as well. It was Config, thankfully armored, given the M4 by Rush to finish it off neat and tidy. 7 to Complexity, and that was on the force by back. So they're trading rounds.
Yeah.
Places.
If I'm Astralis right now, I'd probably just take the save. This was huge from Config here. Just forcing forward, getting that second, cracking open the yard position. Yeah, okay. Astralis here trying to keep the foot on the throat. I thought normally we'd see them go for a bit of a save, but their aim has been fantastic today. So normally when they can smell blood in the water, they will go for these force buys, and that doesn't bode well for Complexity going into round number 19. Score 11-7. Scout will be back out once more. Magisk on Famus. Deagles for the other 3. And make it for 2 of them as Glaive back on the Snapping Turtle, a.k.a. the 5-7.
Oh, go on, Glaive. Let's see what you got with this. Again, always seems to make it work, so I need to start paying more attention to it, if I'm completely honest. But has backed away, but that smoke is leaving a little bit to be desired. Device might catch Blame F if anyone. Sees him cross, but they are down.
2 rotations already. Magisk is here.
He's the big one. He's got the rifle. Does a fair whack of damage. 2 decent portions of damage, but no kills to be garnered off the back. Device in the right place. S-Tag even better, finding Config. That's one of the low players now. Blame F takes damage, and he even gets killed by Glaive. Suddenly it's looking a bit deadly, and there's the nade. It's all falling to pieces.
Yeah, this is getting disastrous. NATO wants something to do with Device. The nade does look like nothing more than a delay of the inevitable. They take it right back. Double from S-Attack.
I think Complexity may as well just force by back.
Oh, yeah.
I know it doesn't seem like it's a great idea, but with these rounds being one lost, it's the money hasn't had a chance to build. And if this continues going in this fashion, Captain Obvious has entered the room. Astralis will be taking this one. Timeout will be called. They've just been swarming them here. They've been all over them.
Oh, and a perfect embodiment of what Copenhagen interior design looks like. That lamp, you see all those like sticks and that kind of bulbous onion shape.
Yes.
That's what every Copenhagen hotel looked like.
Okay.
Chad. You know,
Yeah.
It's all like that. You know, remember that mirror?
Or a prison cell.
It's like
The
hanging,
mirror.
the one that's hanging by the elastic band.
Oh, I do know the one you're talking about in the
That's very-
Copenhagen Studio Hotel.
Yeah. I think IKEA has copied it by now, but it was originally
It was there, yeah.
your pretentious Danish interior design. Very nice.
That was a good hotel with
I
balconies.
loved it, yeah.
That was a nice time.
Good
It
time.
was very cold. Chad hated that place, though. In winter, probably in summer, it was too cold, too rainy.
Definitely got a summer
windy.
wardrobe now. This transition to autumn's happening, and I packed
love
my
it.
bag in the summer.
So is he.
Yeah.
I think that's his thickest jacket.
Yeah, I'm the main autumnal wear I have is the extra large shirt Chad ordered and couldn't.
It was only a large. It just came extra large.
Yeah, it was an extra large, if
Yeah.
you will.
But now I've got the medium and it's large, so that's good.
Yeah, so the medium's large and Device looking to go big. Doesn't quite manage to do so just yet. In fact, missed and tagged up. There's a tag already on to rush through that smoke. Looks like this is the beginning of the end. Oaks Blame with 37 HP, a high flash from Magic's fight, and that's perfect. 2 on red. Oh, he's
Yeah,
getting a bit
Beaky.
sketchy here. Oh, there it is. Connects through the wall bang from Config. Dupree's on some sort of kooky flank. Taking a lot of space, but they are still in yard, and Config's a bit paranoid after that deagle from Dupree. I'm just going to go sneeze. I'll be right back.
Bless you. This round is plausible. It is possible. There's a chance here
Oh,
for
no,
the
he's been
AK,
baited.
the Deagle, the Scout, all to get some work done.
Damn it.
Rotation in the lower side, Dupree with the MP9. Blame is on low HP. So in terms of this head-to-head duel, this Dupree has 17 kills. Been on a bit of a big game today.
He's doing quite well.
Yeah. So let's see where they end because there's 30 seconds left. It looks like they might go for a top split here.
This tag is there. Got a nice little molly, a flash. Where did that bullet go? I don't know, but Config, his lands very
Now
well,
we're talking.
cleanly. Yeah, now with 17 seconds, T-side holding 3 alive. They are damaged, though. They are a little wounded in this, but let's see where they take that bomb. 10 seconds, they gotta go
Yeah,
now.
he's got the nade for the plant. It's not going to kill him, but it does get him close. Config catching Device as well should translate now into a round. The work has been done. Device tagging up 1, leaves it for Dupree.
If only you knew how low they were, you'd probably go for this. Now by making that sound cue, they know exactly where he is. Still worried about Heaven. Yeah, this is not going to be a round where Dupree goes for it. Maybe just seeing if he can pick up an AK or a better rifle than the MP9. I wouldn't
like
even
that
say
one.
the Scout's better in this situation, but there's a gun. That's quite nice. He's going to pick up that Galil. So that's an upgrade. He'll have the Deagle to drop across in the next round as well. And as you can see, Astatag might have just enough money to go for a buy if they would like to do this once more. But as Astralis continue to force buy against Complexity, it can get a little bit dangerous if they don't convert back, right? There's always the risk. And Complexity are fighting for their life, whereas Astralis, if they want to take the buffer, looks like just a little bit of movement there as that shot came on through. Yeah, so if Astralis want to, you know, they have a buffer to play with. They can take a save. They don't have to keep force buying back in the same way Complexity do. And I say that because Complexity, they want to force buy to get on top of the economy and put a slew of rounds together. Well, Astralis is still able to cobble together a buy, even an AWP for Device. We've got an M4, Famus, Galil, Deagle, menagerie of a buy right here. Let's see if Astralis can do it once more.
Intentions seem quite clear to start with for the T's at the very least. 4 toward ramp, and still seeing Blame F not too far away, just towards potentially lobby or on top. I'm not 100% sure on that one. However, they've got a good bit of room, but Device about to turn up and see a whole lot of information, and instantly he gets scrubbed. He's gone down to rush, and now ramp's open.
Oh, finally breaking the window. Glaive's going to find one through the Molotov. Poisons onto the AWP, smoked out of position. We'll have to drop back from this, but there's more aggression. Magus in towards lobby, dealing with Blame. He's down to 50. Fights everywhere as the bomb is down towards the lower side of things. That has to be the first port of call for Complexity.
Blame's done him.
Tags him as well. That's
Yeah.
going to be a real frustration one. Poison
15
actually finds
kills.
Glaive. They're being gifted these. Trying to throw out the flash towards Heaven, indicating they might be heading back towards the top side. Blame still lingering in lobby as well. Astatag on the hut. It could be a perfect position to handle this.
He's got the info. He knows at least where one. Oh my god, he sticks it!
Very nice shooting from Astatag, and now it should be easy for Blame to find the first. Don't forget, he's only got 2, 8, make it 3 HP. And 2 kills. 3 quickly up the ladder. And we'll finish things off. So we do see the 13th. Looks like an AWP recovery is on the card, given how quickly he found the
Back
frag.
around to heaven.
Loop-de-loop.
All
Imagine
right.
if he just like slips and
Ooh.
yeah.
Stop.
Imagine if he did all that and
Peter.
it got awkward. But
Please.
he's got time. He grabs himself the AWP and
Picks up the wrong gun.
jumps down. Oh crap!
Pepper.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
13 rounds on the board for Astralis. Now, Complexity with a plant will be able to opt for yet another force by here, and they're keeping these rounds close. They're keeping them competitive. Nobody able to post 2 in a row on this first.
That look back got me
Can't see them.
sketched out. So fair play to Esatag for adjusting in time. Quick look at those giant arms of Rush.
We are 6 rounds into play, and no one has had 2 consecutive rounds. So it's Astralis' turn this time to see if they can break serve. Eyes are out on both sides. Galil, AK, the best weapons over there for Complexity. Blame F with that MAC-10. This is going to be quick for him down towards Secret. Molotovs are dropped. Is there a gap in the smoke wall?
I suspect there is.
He's had to use an extra smoke here, and they don't have a lot of utility to work with. Glaive versus Blame. It's been quite the battle over towards the yard side of the map.
I swear that smoke gets dropped just because of the comms from Glaive, and now they can destroy. Config's done well. Solves that mystery with his frag onto Device, but it's still a numbers disadvantage for them to overcome. He's desperately trying to sell this lower fake, and at this point in time, it may not even be a fake. He's lost his teammate, doubles back down. He wants to try and make something of this. If he was to get the bomb down now, we've got time for a reposition. And Config very, very much individually capable. He's opted to fake the door. Hunting Glaive. Timing is everything here. Gets found by one of the 3. A valiant attempt. Planted. Wanted to take ramp control. You can see the thought process. Had he found that kill onto Glaive, he has an angle onto that defuse. Time was on his side at that point. But it is going to be the full defuse and weapons recovered. Astralis 14 looking to close this series out in 2. It's the first of the day. We've got more at where that came from, though. In fact, myself, Chad, and Lauren have got the second on our menu as well tonight. I've closed my Majig.
Big versus Mouse Sports.
Big Clan taking on Mouse Sports.
And then to round out the day, the upper bracket final is Na'Vi versus Heroic. That's a rematch from the group stage, Group A, where Na'Vi did topple that of Heroic. So stick around for that one. That'll be in the 9 p.m. time slot. That's going to be hopefully a banger. Yeah, Goonies and Trace will be bringing you that one there as Complexity finally saying no more force buys. We've done our spending for the month, and they will just be down to the Deagles. There's Config investing in some head armor. Everybody else just with the $700 pistol. And, well, they've been competitive with the mismatched buys. Maybe they can do the same with these Deagles out in hand. But they're running out of rounds here. Astralis just need 2 more. Esatag kept on notice by Poison's aggression. We'll have to dip on back down.
I was wondering where that Mr. Dupree taught me this meme came from today. I couldn't remember.
Mr. Dupree told me this.
Yeah.
I don't know that meme.
Neither do I.
I know the one where they'd, like, thank Mr. Freiberg.
That
Yeah,
one.
that's a classic. That's a classic.
I've seen that's spread amongst many games.
Yeah. It seems as though it's really found its form throughout esports.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the meme economy is strong in
Yeah,
the
the
esports space.
stonks are up.
Stonks are up.
I
No
hate
doubt
myself.
about it. Yeah, I hate you too. But we're into round 23.
Who's the first rotator towards lower? It must be the top HUP player. Esatag's already on the bottom side of things. If he just goes down, the site will be given up, and then it'll be a retake. But check out Astralis' utility. They have enough to work with for the lower side. But these pistols, they're going to be so potent, locking down positions like the vent, rotations
Dude,
to
watch
ramp.
this. Watch this. Esatag's about to line him up, knock him down. First found, bomb drop dark. Esatag with a flash and a few more. He's only going to get the second. He's done well to delay. Config, oh my goodness, he's gone unchecked. So if he gets his timing right, he could destabilize this retake.
Oh, it felt naughty. And now Native Sapphics and Poison yet to get that bomb down as well. And the problem is that there isn't a safe place to plant anymore. Native Sapphics, ooh, now that was quick.
Has to die.
Trying to.
Please, bring me to death.
Trying his hardest to die. Yeah, that's a funny one. But we are into potentially our final round. It does look like at least Complexity will be heading into this one with enough weapons to fight and have a voice in this conversation.
You gotta fight
So you're right.
for playoffs.
Solid work. 5 out of 7. Proud of us. Let's see this one ends as quickly as I anticipate. This could very well be the final minute and 50 seconds.
Okay, what do they do with this? It's one to make it stick. They've been able to pressure ramp a fair amount. But yeah, the pacing is what I'm looking at. Config, you're looking at Rush with him, but Glaive is so ready, so is Magisk. Two of those kind of more poignant pieces that we're trying to make to play just haven't happened. Now dupreeh, I think he knows that Blame was around, but Blame's just off.
He's just holding W. Esotak's been given the warning. Blame has the element of surprise, and he goes all the way to ramp. He really just wanted space. He knew he'd lost the bomb. He had to do something to have the element of surprise and a numbers disadvantage, and so fair play to him. Now this mid-round requires some prowess. Poison, very quiet so far, and I love watching this guy play. Can be very precise. A demonstration provided. 2 on 3 now, was previously 4. Blame hunting into dupreeh, but he was so prepared, so ready. Device is ready to collect and finish this one off. A missed shot. Poison. AK versus Orc, Glaives in spawn as well. This is madness. And finished off for 16-8. Astralis continue their lower bracket